Welcome back. So in our next lesson, I will be teaching you how to build this kind of fireworks. These another different types of fireworks. Let's see. This another different type of fireworks, right? So in our next lesson, I will be teaching you how to build this kind of fireworks, right? So make sure you remain connected to this channel and make sure you always visit this channel and check the video uploaded so you can keep learning and keep building your so you can keep learning and keep building different projects. So see you in the next lesson. Welcome back. So in this lesson, I will be teaching you how to build a Christmas fireworks. I hope you know what fireworks are. Fireworks are simple. Fireworks are fireworks Fireworks are light rockets that explode when they are shot. Eh, um, when they are shot. In Nigeria, we call them knockout. This Christmas knockout. You hear pa 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 pa, and then light explode. So those are fireworks. So by the time we are done with the project, this is how the project is going to look. Can you see? Beautiful. So let's get into Beautiful. So let's go into the class where we will begin our coding. See you in class. So let's delete the cat. We don't need it. So boom, cat is gone. So let's now begin our project. To begin with the project, we need three major components. We'll design two and then we'll use one from the platform. We'll need three major components and we are going to be designing the whole tree, right? Good. So the first we will need is what we call a fireworks rocket, right? That is the channel, that is the rocket that will blow out, that is the rocket that will release the fireworks when they are clear. Power off. That is the rocket that will release the fireworks when they are shot, right? So let's design a firework. Let's design a fireworks rocket. There are different samples of fireworks like this or this or this, right? So we are going to be designing a simple one. So let me quickly show you how to design a simple rocket. All right, the first thing we are going to be doing is to go and bring in our backdrop, right? So let's go and bring in our backdrop. So I'll go and bring in a dark backdrop because normal fireworks are shot in the air at night, right? Most fireworks are shot in the air at night. Just like you can see during this Christmas season, people are shooting fireworks everywhere. They're at night. So we have to get a dark background. So I've brought in one. So you go and bring in your background. Then next we come to the sprite section and click on the paint. We are going to be painting our rocket. You know what? We are going to be painting a fireworks rocket. So what I will do, since this is Christmas, I'm using the Christmas color, which is red and white. Those are the colors of Christmas. So I will shift this to red, good. Then I will increase the front line and make it 10. 10 is okay. 10 is okay. Then I'll change it to white. I'll change it to white. Good. So I will click on the right rectangle and use the rectangular shape. I'll use the rectangle shape. Good. This is a rectangle shape. So let me shape it down. I don't want it to look like a rectangle. I want it to look a bit good. Click here, and then drag it in. Good. So you can see the shape here is okay. Beautiful. Then next I would draw another one. Oh, I didn't get this. Then next I will draw another rectangle here. This time it will be a bit square. Right, good. I want to use this one to make a triangle. You remember the Christmas tree, how we use this to build a triangle? That's what I want to do here. So I will drag this to this point and drag this to this point. Okay, it's not totally a triangle. Okay, I'll drag this one a bit. I'll drag this one a bit so that they can be quite beautiful. Now I'm okay with this. Good. Now let me shape this edge just like I shaped this one, just a bit. Shape, shape. Good. Beautiful. Then I'll drag it and place it up here. Then I'll reduce the size. Good. Can you see it now? Beautiful. So we are getting it now. Then the next thing I will draw is the inner lines. So I don't want the layout. I don't want the layout. Then I'll use white. Use white. Good. Then square. Just draw a square. Good. Then pick it and put here. Okay, I want it to reach the edge of both sides. Good. Beautiful. Then I'll copy and paste. Drag it down. Good. Paste another one. Drag this down. Paste another one. Drag it down. Paste another one. Drag it down. Good. Wow, look at our, oh, the spaces are not equal. So let me shift this one. Then I'll move this. Then I'll move this one. Then I'll move this one. Then I'll move this one. Repeat. Good. So this is our firework. Good. So this is our fireworks rocket. So let me group it so they can be one. So everything is one here, and I can reduce it. I can reduce it. Anyhow I want. Good. So this is the rocket that will be releasing the fireworks. Is that okay? Then the second thing we need to paint is the fireworks. The second thing we need to build is the sparkles. The sparkles are the lights that are going to shine out, right? The sparkles. So we are going to be using the cycle to build the sparkle, right? So we can choose any color. It doesn't matter, because at the coding part, we are still going to work on the color. So let's choose any color. So I will go with this color. So just draw a cycle. Oh, this is a cycle, but you have to reduce. Now, if you look here, this cycle is, look at where my mouse is. This cycle is 54 by 50. I will reduce the cycle to be 5 by 5. So to do that, I have to increase it so that it will be easier for me to reduce. Otherwise, you'll be reducing and you may not find it. It's 16 by 5 now. I will increase again. I'm zooming it out. Look at where I'm clicking. Zoom. I'm zooming. So 16 by 15, I'll still go ahead, decrease. 7 by 6, decrease again small. 5 by 5, beautiful. Now this is 5 by 5. Can you see it? You cannot see it on the stage because it's too tiny, and it is okay. That's what we want, right? That's what we want. Look at it, so tiny here. 5 by 5. So long as you can see it here, this place, you're okay. So let's name our sprite. This is what? Fireworks rockets, right? Then this is what? Sparkles. Sparkles. Good. So it's now time for us to code both the rocket and the sparkle. So we are going to be starting good. Then the third design we are going to be doing is a Christmas. We'll spell Christmas because we want it to roll at any point they are made, right? So let's write Christmas. Christmas. So we are spelling Merry Christmas. Beautiful. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to design Christmas, right? Merry Christmas. So click on paint and then design your Christmas. So I've done my, look at it here. Merry Christmas. So we have gotten all the 3 sprites we need, and I'll stop this class here. We have gotten all the 3 sprites we need for this project. In our next lesson, I will now be showing us the blocks. I will be showing us the code that you will put together to make your fireworks to be shot out, and it will sparkle light and fade. So see you in the next class. So check the description below this video for the second part of this lesson. See you in another class. Hello, welcome back. In the previous class, we were able to design our fireworks rockets. We designed our sparkle and we designed our Christmas. So in this lesson, we will now go ahead and code everything so they can perform their function maximally. Remember, what code does is to bring your creativity to life. So the normal knockouts, people shot in the street and you hear pop, 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 and light splash. You are going to be doing the same, but this time you are using a code. So let's go ahead and build our code. So the first we'll be coding is a sparkle, right? So we go to the event block and say when the green flag is clicked, we say when the green flag is clicked, do what? Hide. We don't want the sparkle to be seen at first until the fireworks is shut. Is that okay? So when the green flag is clicked, hide. hide. Then go to control and pick the event block. When it hide, we want it to clone itself how many times? 300 times. So we'll go and look for create a clone of myself 300 times, and afterward it will now send a broadcast message, and we call this broadcast message ready. We'll call it ready. So it will broadcast message to the fireworks, telling the fireworks that it is ready for the fireworks to do what? To be shot. Do you get the idea now? So when the green flag is clicked, create a clone of myself 300 times, then send a broadcast message to fireworks, telling the fireworks I'm ready to be shot out, right? Good. So now let's click on the fireworks. The fireworks does not have much code. So on the fireworks, we are going to say when I receive ready, right? Remember, a message was sent to fireworks said to do what? Get ready. So when I receive ready, what do? Go to control and pick forever. When I receive a message, I want to do something forever. What do I do forever? What do I do forever? I will go to X and Y. Go to X and Y position. Now, what X and Y position do we want it to go? We want it to go to X position. We want it to go to X position using the mouse pointer. But before you can use the mouse pointer, we want these fireworks to only respond when the mouse pointer is clicked. The moment the mouse pointer is clicked, then the fireworks will respond. So to do that, we will go to control and pick wait until. We have wait and wait until. So we pick wait until. So when you receive ready, do this forever, but you have to wait until what happened. Then let's go and pick the sensing block until the mouse pointer is down. When the mouse pointer is down, then go to X position, which will be what? Mouse S, and Y position, which will be 1, and Y position, which will be what? Minus 180. Minus 180. Is that okay? Good. Now next we'll say what? Show. Next we'll say show. Go to this position and then show. Then play a sound. Play a sound. Go to this position and show. Go to this position and show. Next, we'll click on start a sound. Now, what kind of sound do we want it to start? We have only pop sound here. What kind of sound? We will go and choose a sound. Go to sound library. This is a sound library, and search for gong. This is it. This is a sound. So, but you can choose any other sound you like in this project, but I'm using this particular sound. So start. So I'll click on it. So this is a sound it will make, right? So I'll go back to my code and say start a sound. So I'll choose this sound. Remember, all these things I'm fixing them inside the forever block. Then after it has done that, then I want this to slide. I want it to slide up at every time it is click and it releases that, it will slide up and out, slide up, then it will go out. So to do that, we go to motion and look for the slide button. Slide 1 second to X and Y position, right? To X and Y position. So let's go. So this is X, mouse S, and mouse Y. I pick them from the sensing block, right? Good. Then next, I pick them from the sensing block. Then next is to do what? Is for it to hide. Next is for it to hide. And then it will broadcast a message back again to broadcast a message back again to the Sparkle, and this time we'll call the message band. Broadcast a message back to Sparkle and call it band. So this is the code for the fireworks. When the fireworks receive the message ready, we want it to run this code every time. What does it do? At first, when it receives it, it should wait until mouse is down. When mouse is down, it will go to X position, mouse X, and Y position -180. Then it will show, start a sound, slide up and fade and hide, and then send the message back to this. Is that clear? Good. Now let's go on. So when I receive band, right? Remember, it send message back again to Sparkle, the one that was Sparkle. So when I receive band, what do? We need a variable. So let's go and make a variable. And we call the variable what? Speed. Only for this sprite. We are making the variable only for this Sparkle sprite. So we'll say what? Set the variable set speed to what? Set speed to pick random. Set speed to pick random. And what number or what values of random number do we want it to pick? To pick random 0.1 to 3. Good. Let me minimize this so that I can have space for this code. Okay. Then we go to looks and bring out change effect. Then we'll select ghost, change the ghost effect to what? To 0. Next, we'll say change color. So we'll choose color back, change ghost effect to 0 and change color to 25. Good. Then we'll go to pen. Now you go to your extension and add pen. Look at where I click extension, add pen. So we'll go to pen up, right? So those things you see, that drew like this, is pen that drew them, then the sparkle will now be at the tip of each one, right? So that's why we are getting this pen. Pen up, next, we say go to what? Reset. So go and choose reset timer, go to reset timer and go back to pen and do pen down. So why are we putting reset timer? Every time that pen is drawn, if you don't reset the timer, the one that is drawn will remain there. So the resetting timer will help it to know that, oh, it has been drawn, so another one should be drawn, another one, and it will keep running repeatedly that way. Is that clear? Pen down. Then next, we'll go to pen down. Next, we go to motion and get point to random direction. Then we'll change it to what? To fireworks rocket. Change it to fireworks rocket. Then we'll go back and pick pen down. Pen down. Good. So the pen is down now. Then next, we'll go back and pick point towards direction. Point towards mouse pointer direction. Then we'll go to operators and pick what? Random. Point towards pick random, right? So what random do we want it to pick now? Minus 180 to what? Plus 180. What does this mean? It means that it should point towards any direction that the mouse goes to. So if the mouse goes towards this edge, it should point towards that. If we do any direction, that's the meaning. Then what else? Show. Point towards it and then show. Good. Now what else? We will go to sensing and pick the reset timer. Resetting timer helps the time to be reset at every point. Now look at the time. The time is always reading, it's always running here. So but with reset timer, it will reset itself and start afresh. Is that okay? Good. So we'll add reset timer. Next, we'll go to the control block and pick the repeat block. Repeat block and say repeat how many times? 50 times. Repeat block 50 times. Now what is it going to be repeating 50 times? Let's add the algorithm here. It's going to repeat move 10 steps. But instead of having 10, we'll have what? The variable speed. Move speed step, right? Next. Next, change Y by go to operator and pick the subtraction sign. Change Y by 0 and what? Timer. Remember you have reset time before, so pick timer now and fix here. Pick timer and fix here. Again, we are going to duplicate this code, duplicate it, and then add it here. Then remove this code from here. Remove this. All right. Next, go to motion block. Sorry, go to speed. Variable, sorry, not speed, and pick set variable, set speed, change it to speed, set speed to, so here we are going to use a multiplication integer, set speed to empty times something. So in this empty, we'll add speed. So let me duplicate this one and just place it here. Speed times what? 0.9. Speed times 0.9. Good. Then speed times 0.9. Is that okay? Good. Then next, change goes effects. Change goes effect. Change goes effect by pick random. Pick random 1 to 3. Change goes effect by pick random 1 to 3. Can you see it now? Then after you are done with this, then you say what? The code should do what? It should erase, it should hide, and what? And erase. Go to paint and pick erase all. Hide and erase. Good. So this is a code for the fireworks hand. So let's test it out and see. So let's test it out and see. So I'll click this. Can you see? Now let's add something to it to make it more better. Let's add something to it to make it more better. What are we going to add? Let's add when I receive band, right? Repeat, go to control and bring repeat 100 times. What is it going to be repeating 100 times? Should repeat change color, repeat change color by 2. Repeat change color by 200 times. And then again, we duplicate this, bring it down, and take this out. I say when I receive band, what else should I do? Change color by pick random, because we want it to come with different color. Pick random minus 100 to what? To plus 100. Good. Good. So let's test it again and see what it gives us. Now something is wrong with our code. The way the code is appearing is not how we want it. So let's check the algorithm and see what happened. Oh, I found what happened. We have change ghost effect instead of set. So let's remove this and go to looks. Now something is wrong with our code. Can you see? It's not displaying as the sample I showed you at the beginning. So let's check the code and see what happened. What do we call this kind if you experience something like this? It's called bug. Those are errors or mistake in code. And what do you do when you have a bug in your code? You debug it. So let's go and debug. Debugging is the process of finding and fixing any bug in your code. Process of fixing your code. Oh, I've seen where the mistake is. Now here we have change ghost effect. It's supposed to be what? Set ghost effect. So let's remove this and go and look for change ghost effect. Set. This is set, not change. Set. So I'll change this to what? To ghost. Then I'll fix this back. Good. Now we can try it again and see what it gives us. Oh, it's still the same. So that means there are many other bugs in our code. So let's still go ahead and check those bugs. Okay, all these ones are okay. There's no bug here. But then we have a bug here. This is set to, this is set, not change. So let's pick set color by what? Set color effect by change. So let's test it and see. What is going on? These times. Oh, now I have seen where the error is. Oh, now I've seen where the bug is. This is point towards. It's not point towards, it's point in direction, right? So let's go. This is point in direction. Good. Point in direction. So put it back, and then let's try our code. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now you can see the code is working. Good. So now you can see the code is working, it's working, it's working, it's working. Right? Wow, amazing, 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 amazing. So see you in the next amazing. And so if you have done to this point, congratulations. You would need to go back to the code again and look at them once again and be sure you debug all your code errors. So there are 3 blocks, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so there are 4 code for this. One is 1, 2, 3, right? And then you have the bigger ones, 1, 2, 3. So let me zoom it so you can see the code boldly. So this is the code. This is the code. These are the code. So you can pause or stop the lesson at this point and just look at this code very well and make sure you get them correctly, right? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Beautiful. So we have come to the end of this lesson. So if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section of this video and I will be available to answer your question. We'll see in the next class when I will teach you how to build another kind of fireworks. This time you'll be using a fireworks rocket that look like a gun. How many of you can do a game? You can design a game and build a bullet and a gun towards it. All right. In our subsequent lesson, we'll be doing things that relate to that. So keep practicing and share your project with me by giving me the links or the idea or the names of your projects. I'll be happy to connect with you as you do amazing projects. See you in our next class. Bye.